All right, guys, Taz back with AudioMorpheus.com. I am absolutely stoked to be here with Adrian of Otherwise. Adrian, welcome, brother.
Taz, what's up, man? Thank you for having me on your show.
Man, it's such a short notice, and he's got to get on stage and do warm-ups or get behind and get warmed up for the show coming up. We are stoked, man. Tell us about the new album and how everything has been for you.
Peace at all costs is it's been a hell of an experience, man, and we're very excited because a lot of bands suffer from the dreaded sophomore slump, and some of our favorite bands have succumbed to that, and we still love them, of course, but I feel like we did a very good job of avoiding that trapping, and this album has the strongest material on it that we've ever written, and we're very excited. I think the world you will hear the maturity and the growth, but still be comforted by some of that familiarity from True Love Never Dies.
The word you just touched on, I gotta key off of that. It's maturity. I mean, this album is so seasoned. It really doesn't seem like a sophomore effort at all. I mean, it is fantastic. Tell us about it has such feeling and such depth to it. Where do you bring that from?
Dude, thank you so much, Taz. We put a lot. We were on the road for two years almost. With the first album cycle. So a lot of that life experience from, being. We're still a fairly young band, but we have been seasoned now, so we put that into this album. We got very focused as a group, and we were fortunate to collaborate with some extremely talented songwriters who were able to bring that emotion and feeling out of us,
Sure.
And just really get the best out of us. And I'm a big proponent of collaborating, and this album, even with the co-writes, it's still been so focused because it was our vision, it was our direction, it was our experience and our lifeblood that went into it. And these songs all were basically born together. They're of the same litter, the same pack.
Right.
So there's a unified front from with every song that we're very, very proud of.
Well, I don't want to use a dirty word, but I'm going to use it ballad. I mean,
Man, I love ballads, man.
brother, you know what? You guys bring such soul to the ballads, but power at the same time. The writing process had to be done on the road. With as much as you've been on the road, how did you bring all that together?
Well, as far as the ballads go, I don't think it's a bad word, Taz. Like our management would beg to differ on that.
Right.
But like I've always said, we're human beings. We try to capture that the experience of the human condition. And you're not always mad. You're not always happy. You're not always sad. You're not always lovey-dovey. So we should touch on every single facet of what it is to be human. But we were fortunate enough on this our acoustic EP, Enjoy the Pain. That was written fully on the road, but this album, True Love Never Dies, we were lucky enough to where we could regroup and stay. Once we got off the road after almost 2 years of touring, we just hit the ground running as far as writing goes. And we wrote all of these songs, I would say 95% of the material at the same time, So at home, or LA is our second.
Right.
We're from Vegas, so it's like right down the street, basically. And we just kept coming back and forth, writing and taking sessions and just working on our craft.
Well, it is finally tuned, and we can't be more thankful for what we hear. I mean, it's reminiscent to me of early Shinedown days. Honestly, I love Shinedown. I hold them to high regard. But quite frankly, you guys have brought that to a whole new level. So you're not copying by any means. That's not what I'm saying. It's a compliment, but you're bringing this to a whole new level. And the collaboration with your other bandmates has to be critical, and that's something that we always like to ask about. I mean, tell us a little bit about the writing process and how that works with the rest of the band.
Yeah, so that's a great question because everybody on this album really played to their strengths, and we're fortunate to have some very adept engineers in Andy and Corky, our guitar player and our drummer. And my brother and I, usually most of the ideas will start with something from my brother or from myself, and then Corky will come in and with that kind of production perspective on things. I mean, Andy, you know, he's worked here in LA in some of the biggest studios as an engineer. So, you know, a lot of that stuff is taken care of in house. A lot of the carving and the whittling and, you know, just shining the turd, you know,
Sure, right.
like
Polishing it.
Yeah, polishing it. You know, we're pretty capable of that. So. This album, you'll hear that. You know, everybody kind of starts finding their roles. You know, we've been sniffing each other's butts like dogs for 2 years on the road,
Sure.
and now we're kind of figuring out what we're good at and what maybe somebody else is better at. You know, and it's really gelling. That synergy is very, very palpable on this group of songs.
Well, and the album it brings everyone, all the fans, through a litany of emotion. You know, and like you said, it goes from heartfelt to just in your face and making your ears bleed, and that's really where the journey that most albums should take, but they don't, and yours does. And Peace at All Costs has been on repeat for me for quite a long time, and I really appreciate it. Thanks to Century Media, shameless plug, for making sure that I have that. But thank you so much. And you know what? I have to say, man, you've got the most menacing picture online, you know, with the hood on and the best beard in Hollywood, I gotta say. But you know, he's such a nice guy, man. He's been so nice to us, and we appreciate that, Adrian. Peace at All Costs. I got to make sure that I let everybody know, as always, get to iTunes, support the band, buy the CD, buy it, don't steal it, buy it, as always. Get out, seriously. You know what? That's why we're here today, because people buy it and they're able to support these guys getting on the road. We're nothing without them, and they're nothing without us. But we got to support them. Get out to the live shows, which we're about to go see, and we got to let these guys go. I'd love to have another half an hour, 45 minutes with you.
We'll do that again, man.
Maybe next time they're in town, for sure. But anything you'd like to say to the guys before you go? To say to everybody?
Well, we just, thank you, and thank you guys for the time and the opportunity, and just keep hope alive, man. Like, stay strong, and we're coming out to bring peace to everybody. So
Peace at All Costs from Otherwise. Get out, get it now. For AudioMorpheus.com, for Adrian, thank you so much, brother, for taking the time with us. We'll see you guys at the show. Get your ass out to the show. Peace. We're out.